This is Robin, and I'm going to talk about corruption. And I'm also going to talk about a lot of vocabulary that is different types of corruption. So the word we should know first is corruption. What is corruption? Well, corruption is dishonest behavior or dishonest things by the government or a company, okay? So corruption is very bad when the government or a company is trying to cheat people out of money, okay? It is illegal, it is bad, and it is a poison on society if there's a corrupt society, all right? Another word we should know is collusion. Now, collusion means two very important people, maybe two CEOs, are secretly talking and planning how to cheat people out of money. So they're trying to control the market. This is illegal. This is wrong. It's collusion. Again, two people secretly talking. All right, so these are the main vocabularies we should know. Let's move on to some methods of corruption. Price fixing is another form of corruption. What is price fixing? Well, that's when many companies in a market, they get together and they talk and they want to decide the price that everyone will charge, okay? They don't want to compete because that brings down the price or cost of something. So they get together, they talk, they fix a price. They decide what price will everyone charge and everyone will make money. Now this is price fixing, and it is wrong, it is bad, and it is illegal, okay? Let's take a look at my example. There is a lot of collusion among gas stations to fix the price of gas. Okay, there's a lot of collusion. There's the word collusion again. So collusion, remember, that means they get together secretly to decide how to cheat the customer. It's a very bad word, collusion. So the gas station owners are getting together to talk, that's collusion, to fix the price of gas, okay? So they're going to decide what the price of gas is for all the companies to control the market share. All right, so that's price fixing, another form of corruption. Let's look at some more. Here are two words that describe the most common type of corruption. Kickback, bribe. Okay, what's a kickback? What's a bribe? Well, this is secret money. Okay, so this is one person giving money or expensive gifts to another person. That person has power and they help him, okay, because they got money. Okay, so again, I'm giving money or gifts to someone. He has power and he helps me to do something. That is a bribe and it is illegal. And unfortunately, it is very common in companies and even the government. Let's take a look at this example sentence. A building contractor, someone making buildings, gave a kickback or bribe, you could use either, gave a bribe to the government official. All right, so he's a building contractor, he's making buildings, and he gave the bribe, probably a lot of money, to the government official. Why? Well, this government official will help him with his business, okay? So he gave some money, and now he gets some help. That's a bribe or a kickback. Let's move on to some more vocabulary. Here is embezzlement. This is a very serious crime when someone embezzles from a company, okay? What does it mean? Well, to embezzle means you're stealing money from the company. Now, not small money, but usually really big money, like thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. The employee is stealing from the company. And of course, sometimes a CEO will steal from the company. Okay, that's a very serious crime and they will go to jail. Let's take a look at this example sentence. The employee embezzled $10,000 from the store. Okay, so he embezzled, he stole it from the store. Very serious corruption. Let's look at some more vocabulary. The last form of corruption I want to talk about is fraud. Okay, fraud is when you lie. especially for the company books, and they have to write down the numbers and the money, all the bookkeeping, and they lie, okay? They change the numbers. They lie. That is fraud. That's a serious crime. All right, let's take a look. Fraud. He committed fraud to the tax office, okay? So the government tax office, they're very serious about getting their taxes, and he gave some information, but he lied, okay? Maybe he didn't tell them how much money he's making. He lied. That is fraud. That is a crime, and that is also corruption. All right, let's take a look at some example sentences to help us understand how to use this vocabulary. The first one, 5 perfume brands with 95% of the market share were found guilty of price fixing. 5 perfume brands with 95% of the market share were found guilty of price fixing. The next example, Mr. Smith gave him a bribe, so he gave the company contract to Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith gave him a bribe, so he gave the company contract to Mr. Smith. The next example, the rich man bribed the policeman to stay out of jail. The rich man bribed the policeman to stay out of jail. The next example, doctors get many kickbacks from pharmaceutical companies. Doctors get many kickbacks from pharmaceutical companies. The next example, the CEO embezzled $1 million from the company. The CEO embezzled $1 million from the company. And the last example, he went to jail for 2 years for tax fraud. He went to jail for 2 years for tax fraud. So those were some example sentences. I hope you can understand how to use these words better. I know it's difficult vocabulary. It takes a lot of self-study to properly know them and how to use them. So this video is a good guide or introduction to these words. Before I go, I'm just going to quickly review them. Corruption is the main word. So corruption is any dishonest behavior by the government or a company to cheat the people. All of this is corruption. Collusion, 2 companies or many companies getting together to talk and discuss secretly how to cheat people. That's collusion. Price fixing, controlling the price of something, okay? They're not doing any sort of competition, just controlling the price. Kickback bribe, that's the secret money. I give you money and you help me to improve my business, something like that. Embezzlement, stealing money from the company, okay? Usually big money. And fraud, you lie about money or numbers in the bookkeeping, okay? That's fraud. All right, these words, you're going to see them every day in the newspaper, all right? In any country, there's a lot of corruption everywhere. It is a sickness, a poison, a disease on society. So I hope in the future there's less corruption. Anyway, that's it for this video. See you next time.